Welcome back to the channel. Firstly, a big thank you to everyone for the likes, comments, and especially all the subscribers. We just passed 1,000 subscribers, and I know that's not much in the scheme of YouTube, but I only started this channel as my small way of protesting against the tyranny of our socialist/communist government. So thank you all for your support. In this video, I want to talk about the hypocrisy of the left. There's so many posts now on X in defense of Louise Haigh. But these same lefties, they were previously calling for the Conservatives to resign at every opportunity that they got. I mean, let's have a look at this post from Dave Lawrence as an example. He plays down Louise's offence by saying, a minor criminal offence does not preclude you standing as an MP. And he goes on to say, as an MP, you have to receive a sentence of 12 months or more to face a recall petition for removal. I mean, they are fair points, but firstly, is it a minor offence? It is fraud at the end of the day, albeit a relatively minor fraud, if you can call it that. She did plead guilty to the crime, so I would assume if she didn't do it, she would have put up a defence. And the value of the item in question was just a mobile phone, so relatively low value, but it raises the question of someone's integrity. Louise Haigh was in charge of a huge budget of £32 billion. When she committed this offence, maybe she was young and she's probably learnt her lesson since, but she's handling huge amounts of public funds, and there should be no room for the public to doubt that the person in charge of these funds has unwavering integrity. And if any of you may be on the fence about this and maybe you're feeling a bit sorry for her, well, I wouldn't. When in opposition, she was more than happy to pressure Boris Johnson into resigning. Just have a listen to this.
Well, this has been such a sorry saga for Boris Johnson and for our country. First he claimed that no parties took place at all in Downing Street. Then he claimed that all the rules were followed. Now we know that that was a complete lie. And Boris Johnson sets the culture in Downing Street that led to 20 individuals, at least, because the Metropolitan Police has said there may be more fines coming, breaking the law. Our position hasn't changed. This is a matter of trust and leadership, and I don't think that the man who set the rules and asked the British people to make unimaginable sacrifices and then has been found to have repeatedly flouted them can remain in post. We think he should resign.
In just a moment, I'm joined by Louise Haigh, Shadow Secretary of State for Transport, the Labour MP. Louise Haigh, good afternoon to you.
Hi, Sheila.
Did Boris Johnson break the law?
I am completely at a loss to understand how he can possibly pretend that he hasn't. His pathetic non-apology in the House of Commons today was a total slap in the face to the British public who were faithfully following the rules last year, and particularly to those people who made horrific choices, having to say goodbye to loved ones without actually being able to see them face to face, or many of us that attended funerals online. The fact that he's trying to wriggle out of it and pretend that the event was technically in the guidance is just so disrespectful. He has clearly repeatedly lied to the House of Commons and to the British people, and the only question he should now answer is when he will resign.
And that footage was from the Guido Fawkes account, and the top comment there is very pertinent and to my mind explains very well why she was right to resign immediately, but also why she should not have been given the role in the first place. The commenter says, how is it that my pretty mundane finance job is dependent upon a clear DBS check and credit assessment, yet a woman overseeing a 32 billion annual budget and the parliamentary expenses account is under no such requirement? And that's the key point here. The government should be held to an even higher standard than the general public. It would be virtually impossible for any one of the general public to get a job in the finance industry with a criminal conviction for fraud. Certainly, I don't see anyone in the private sector in finance giving someone with a fraud conviction employment. And Starmer, of course, says he didn't know about the details, but that's probably just another one of his many lies. He can't help himself. Apparently, friends of Louise confirmed that she gave him full disclosure. If he admitted that he knew, he would have to acknowledge that it was yet another terrible decision of his. After all, he was the one that said this.
The game is up. You cannot be a lawmaker and a lawbreaker. And it's time to pack his bags.
Starmer's own words. You can't be a lawmaker and a lawbreaker. So if it turns out he did know about Louise Hay's conviction, then it just goes to show you how much of a hypocrite he is. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think she should have been allowed to continue in her position as Transport Secretary? Did Starmer know? And if he did, should he have appointed her in the first place? Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.